our way to Independence Gold Mine in the Hatcher Pass area. And this region is full of natural beauty. We're soaking it in as we drive our way up the bumpy and windy Palmer-Fishhook Road to arrive at what was the second largest hard rock gold mine in the state of Alaska. This is Independence Mine State Historic Park, and it's located about 30 minutes outside of Palmer, Alaska. This is a huge abandoned lode gold mine that sits near the top of Hatcher Pass. It's a scenic location within the Talkeetna Mountains with an alpine passage that cuts through to the Mat-Su Valley. The area has nearby peaks over 6,000 feet tall and has been heavily glaciated, creating many steep-walled cirques and hanging valleys. During its peak year in 1941, there were 204 men employed and living at the mine. The mine and 16 wooden-framed buildings cover nearly 270 acres of land that is now protected on the National Register of Historic Places. Most of the buildings are exceptionally well preserved. Even the decrepit buildings are left as they were to not detract from the nostalgia of the area. There are several trails around the mine area that will take you past many of the restored buildings. The mine manager's house now acts as the visitor center. The mine began gold production in 1938, had mining operations interrupted because of World War II, and then closed down for good in 1951. During its short time, more than 34,000 ounces of gold was extracted from nearly 12 miles of tunnels beneath the granite rock. That's today's equivalent of $17 million. When the mine closed down in the early 50s, it was expected to someday resume operations. This resulted in some well-kept mining artifacts and several preserved buildings. Once at the top of the hill, you find the rail system that brought ore carts out of the mountain to dump gold-bearing rock right in the top of the mill. The short and paved mill loop trail takes you past the lower portion of the destroyed mill building. Mother Nature is slowly taking the mill back to the earth. Just across the road from Independence Mine was the hike to Gold Cord Lake. I think we made it to Gold Cord Lake, along with a lot of other people. It's still snow covered. That's pretty amazing. This is July 2nd.
Looks like several people doing the polar bear dump plunge.
More power to them. I'm not doing it.
It is absolutely beautiful. The lake is still partially frozen, and lots of snow, lots of people.
are getting ready to start up the gravel portion of Hatcher Pass. We love the Hatcher Pass area so much that we stopped back a few weeks later to do the April Bowl Trail. It's a gorgeous day. 63 degrees, sunny, couldn't ask for better.
It's a little steep, but it's not so bad.
Oh, it's not too bad.
At least it's nice and cool out with a nice breeze, so it feels good. You don't get hot.
And the views just from the trail are amazing. It is so hard to believe we're only 3,000 or 4,000 feet up. I mean, this feels like you're 10,000, 11,000 feet. It's amazing. Behind me is the April Bowl area that we just came through with the lakes. And then ahead is Hatch or Hatcher Peak. I can't remember which one it is, but we're heading up there. Are you still wondering if Alaska lives up to the hype? Take a look around.
And here's where we're headed, to the peak. Well, we made it to the peak. How's the view?
It's gorgeous. That last bit though was a climb.
Clouds are really moving up here. Just standing here looking around, there are green-colored grassy hills in the foreground. There are snow-covered peaks in the background. There are clouds rising up from below. It's a beautiful sight. We came up to what we thought was Hatch Peak, but now we're not sure, so we're climbing the next peak up. What you see behind us here, it's getting socked in with clouds now.
We have started the descent. It is loose gravel and it's steep.
Check it out, there's hang gliders over here.
That's cool. Yeah, this was a phenomenal hike. It was short, but there was not 1 second on this trail that you didn't have a view in some direction. It was gorgeous.
It was awesome.
I highly recommend this trail if you're ever in the area.
Yeah, really neat.